Said Sean. West.
Double J on the track.
Yeah.
Falling for you was my mistake. I put you on tether. I helped you out of a broken place. You gave me
How we doing?
Yeah, what's good, guys? What's good, guys? It's Q America with Savant's podcast. I got two of my bros here.
Yes, sir.
Two dudes I grew up with, two hustlers, two grinders. Glad to have them on. My boy Wesley Jackson.
What's up, baby?
My boy Sean.
Yes, sir. Just hanging out here, man.
It's glad to have him out here. We just fucking trespassed. We just got in here.
Not a lot of people still call me Sean.
Not a lot of people still call him
Shump
Sean.
is your name, though.
Not a lot of people still call me
Only a
Sean.
select few call you Shump.
Only certain people can call me
People
that.
call him Shump, and I'm one of them. So, you know. So we're here right now. It's a beautiful day. Decided to get these guys out here because we could have a dope conversation. So, how you guys doing, man? How's everything?
Life is
What about
good,
you,
man.
Wes?
We out here in nature, hanging.
How's the city, man?
City's good, man. It's the environment I want to be in.
I like that. So what are you doing now with your brand and everything? Like how's that going? I see you on Instagram.
Right now, we're testing a couple things. I'm thinking that I'm trying to test the efficacy of Instagram because people now people can just have digital identities and make money from the digital identity.
Right.
The audience they create, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to see if I could make a product be seen by about 2-3 million people.
Right.
What's the effect of that?
I like that. And you're having an event in Vegas soon. And tell me about that a little bit. Like, what are you trying to do? Tentative dates, by the way. Tentative dates. We don't have any actual real dates, but October 31st. It's around that weekend. So
Vegas is an idea that my cousin Evan brought me. We met Evan a while ago.
We were young bucks.
Yeah,
right?
We sat in the tent in the backyard.
Yeah.
Right. So Evan's like, yo, let's go to Vegas, Halloween. It's a weekend. I'm like, all right. So that's quick bender. Just never been to Vegas, like, really. I was there when I was 19, but that didn't count, right?
Right.
So I was like, all right, let's do Vegas for the weekend. And maybe we could turn it into something because first it's Halloween.
Right, 100%.
So maybe it could be interesting. But I want to see if the brand I'm creating can develop enough, traction for it to really take off in Vegas, have a serious event.
Absolutely. And yo, I definitely gotta say I'm really proud of these dudes right here because where we're from, people don't grind like us. You know what I mean? To start something, to be an entrepreneur, to go to school, to be pressured to go to school and then still start something and be an individual is dope. So I like hanging with people like this because it definitely keeps me doing what I'm doing too. So why did you pick Vegas though? Like what about Vegas was it that you?
For events, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so Vegas is just one location. I mean, we're gonna start in LA on the 10th.
Man's gonna be in LA. Man's gonna be out in LA for a month.
That's the thing, man.
Yeah,
Doesn't he fit the part? He looks like he fits the part too, right?
100%.
He does.
Nah, there's no part to fit. We just do our own parts. We do our own parts.
Word.
You know what I mean? But yeah, so we're gonna go. So I'm flying to LA Thursday for a month. And it was first initially just for hanging out because all the vacations I had planned were canceled. So I'm like, all right, let's try to enjoy some of the summer. So that's why I said let's go to LA. But then it turned into let's also market the brand over there, be around a couple of influencers that may have an effect. So my buddies and I got a house and we are going to market the brands and by having parties, worry about what party. Starting the 10th to the 17th because
Worried about what? Hold up.
Yeah.
Talk about where you got that name.
Yeah.
Worried about what? Real quick.
What is this? What is it?
So I'm out to brunch with a couple of cats. Josh Miranda, Mohit, Chris.
Shut up.
He's a cool cat, you know.
Shut up.
Oh, he's a little wild man, but he's a cool cat, you know.
Right.
But see, we're all feeling good, right? Like we had a couple drinks. Everybody's happy. We're all together. Life is good. And then somebody says, "Worry about what?" You know what I mean? And that when he said it, it's just like, what are we worried about?
Coin that
right now?
moniker.
Like we're all in a great place right now in our lives. This is a perfect moment. What are we worried about? So that phrase, I think a lot of people can identify with, and we want to because this phrase just kind of symbolizes freedom. So,
Actually, yeah.
but you know what I mean. So that's where I came from. I'm thinking, let's test it. So I made a production order yesterday. We're gonna have 200 t-shirts made and sent to LA by the 10th. We're gonna throw our first party on the 10th and then follow that up on the 17th. Like, try to see if we can create a lot of demand from the people there.
I like the fact that you are kicking it off on the West Coast. You being from the East Coast, kicking it off on the West Coast. I feel like the West Coast is more entrenched in social media and Instagram profiles, TikToks.
And these are tools to take advantage of. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, I think it's cool because you're from here, so you already have like a little buzz here, and you go over there and you like you establish yourself a little bit. Now you got coast to coast buzz,
Makes it a lot easier,
which is super dope. You know what I mean?
Coastal vibe we're trying to be on.
Exactly, which is fire.
Makes
You know
it
what
a
I'm
lot
saying?
easier.
100%.
New York and California. You know what I mean? Two of the most saturated places for fucking business.
Yeah.
Starting things entrepreneurship.
New York's still the best
So,
stuff.
yeah, for a fact. Big time. Big
New
time.
York's to the place, but yo, LA is honestly on the rise, and it's exponential too because you got a lot of people moving in now, and it's
Right.
Different cultures.
different cultures.
Right.
But I can't say. I mean, New York is still vibe. Like, I cannot ever.
So like I really have him here because I grew up fast. These two dudes grew up fast. I feel like we knew what we wanted from like an early age. You know what I mean? Shump was actually my director for my No Blueprint event.
I remember what is it, 2 summers ago, maybe 3 summers ago. Me and this dude probably we always find ourselves probably in like the worst point of our lives.
Yeah.
Give him a call, be like, yo, Q, what's going on? Yo, Shump, what's going on? And it's like, yo, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. And we just kind of like 3 summers ago, I was probably going through the worst. Like, I just got through the worst part of my life, and I probably spent from August up until the end of October just locked in my crib. Just like not leaving the crib, chain smoking, not talking to anybody. And I remember just spending hours at a time in my backyard just talking to people. I'm like, yo, like, you should start a podcast. And yo, I'm proud to see where you're at right now with you, bro. It took some time to take it off the ground, but you really like, now I see that you are a lot more like
Active.
into
a
lot more into this. We had that whole No Blueprint launch party out in Brooklyn. I figured it didn't go the way you wanted it to.
I'm hard on myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
It was tough.
I think you have to go through that experience to be like, all right, I see what works, and now I want to implement something that I know will work now, just based off the sheer fact of what you went through. So just seeing where you at right now with everything, like mentally, emotionally, spiritually, so huge leap forward. So I'm proud of you.
I mean, I appreciate that. I mean, like, I feel like my whole perspective on this whole thing is just that, bro, we're minorities, you know what I mean? And like, I just don't see us being at the place we see for ourselves doing the same thing as everyone else. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you have bigger dreams, you know what I mean? You have bigger dreams, I have bigger dreams. So that calls, like, I feel like that calls for a certain level of risk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Even though you go to
100%.
school, that's cool, but, you know, obviously, like, going back into this whole current events thing, like, the system is a certain way, you know what I mean? And I feel like we do need to start building on our own and establishing ourselves, like, establishing businesses for ourselves, you know, like, generationally, to keep that going, you know? Like, I don't want to struggle. Like, I don't want to struggle. I'd rather struggle now trying to make something, you know what I mean? And then then think, what if I did something and I'm kind of working something and I'm complacent and then I'm thinking about I'm 35 years old and I'm, you know, my parents want me to be comfortable, bro. Like, they just want me to have a job. They want me to have, you know what I mean? Like, that's their thing.
Society that they grew up in.
Yeah. Especially being like an immigrant, you know what I mean? Like,
immigrant, being black, being just a minority, being non-white, you understand what I'm saying? I feel like people like us, this is my personal experience, I can't say no to an opportunity. Just based off of the fact that I didn't have opportunities growing up. So if an opportunity comes my way, more likely than not, I'm not saying no, I'm going to try to capitalize on that opportunity. Every single door has to stay open. I got to keep my foot in something at all times because I wasn't afforded the same opportunities as other people.
absolutely.
Even people that grew up in my own community. You understand what I'm saying? Just off the shit, how I grew up. Every opportunity that's come my way, I got to capitalize on it. And I know you always joke around like, yo, Sean, what you doing? Like, yo, I got a new job. I'm doing this. Like, how you always finding these new jobs, bro? Like, yo,
they don't understand though.
Bro, I've done anything and everything just to make sure that every single opportunity that presents itself to me, I've taken advantage of. And I feel like that's important for people like us. And it's important in today's day and age, especially because, we are living in a time where everybody wants to be a sheep. Everybody wants to be relatable. Everybody wants to, be a part of something. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody wants their voice to be heard. Everybody feels like they're important. What they have to say is super important. Everybody listen up. And what I have to say, I could care less about what you say, but what I have to say is important. And I think it's super important for us to have this open dialogue and discuss certain things. I want to be able to disagree with people. That's the only way I can learn. I want to be able to disagree, have constructive conversations with people where I could genuinely learn someone else's point of perspective, someone else's point of view.
Like, are we trying to build or are we just trying to agree?
Right.
Exactly.
We're trying to agree. Because if everybody's agreeing on the same thing, there's no growth anyway. There's a blinded truth.
At all.
I
don't know, man. It's nuts, but it's kind of crazy. I think people just don't understand the mentality that, like, I carry. Or you probably carry, Wesley carries and stuff like that. They don't get it, Like I'm trying to stay present. I'm trying to stay in the present moment, but I feel like my vision is so like I gotta get here. And I'm grinding. Yeah, I mean I think a lot, but like you know what I'm fighting against? Like what are we? Like constructs. I'm fighting against a lot of stuff. I feel like I've called myself being extremely serious. You know what I'm saying?
You hold yourself up to a different standard. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you gotta be the toughest person on yourself. If you're not true to yourself, I feel like
it's tough. It's tough to be,
hold yourself accountable.
Things make you comfortable quickly. Like routines, a lot of routines, ladies.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things you get used to and that are instant. It turns into a comfortable routine. And then you keep that routine and you stay at that comfortable level.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you guys brought that up, right? So now let's talk about it. Do ladies right now, a significant other, let's not say ladies, from a perspective.
Nah, let's say ladies.
Ladies?
Ladies are nice.
All right.
I mean, like the word women. A lot of people
women.
like other
I don't
words,
like referring to.
I don't been in our places with women.
I don't like referring to women as other things. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That most dudes, most men our age like to call. It's a lady.
Right.
It's a lady. It's a woman. It's
the whole bitch.
The whole bitch. That terminology gotta go.
Yeah, big time.
Like gotta go.
You have a mother.
You got a mother, you got a sister, you got a cousin, you got an aunt, you got a grandmother. You understand what I'm saying? Like, those terms gotta go.
So let's be honest, guys. Does it for me, I've been a serial monogamist for a long time. You know that. Well, do you know that?
I mean, yeah.
100%. Dude is always in a relationship.
Well, let's be honest.
Always in a relationship.
I was in a relationship for 4 years in high school, right? Yeah. Whoa, yeah. So half my freshman year to my first semester in college was in a relationship. Right after that, 6 months single, back into another relationship, 2.5 years. After that, a few months, like I was good for months. A year and a half.
You're good for about a year. You were good for a minute after that.
So I'm like, sometimes I look back, and this is like, whoever's watching this, like if you are my ex, it's just crazy. I'm not shooting shots at you right now.
Still got love for all my exes.
Yeah, really. Real talk.
Hope y'all doing well.
Right? Yo, for real. Shout out. But sometimes I look back and I'm like, I put so much energy towards other people that I wonder if I put that energy back into myself, like if I would know myself better.
Women too,
100%.
Women too.
Everybody.
But it's like the 20s. People say that the 20s is the
20s is that era where you just
grind,
build something. You build something. You try to genuinely figure out who you are.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like,
is this the right time for a woman in your life?
Is it the right time for it? Like do they, for what you're trying to do, Wes, right? For what you're trying to do, for what we're trying to do, are they an asset or a liability?
It really depends on who you are with yourself first. How are you as an individual? Are you okay first? Like to be okay,
stuff like that?
To be okay alone. Yeah. Or can you survive alone? If so, then the right women can complement your life.
Exactly.
But if not, then it could be very destructive.
Right.
And then you won't achieve kind of what your goals
are.
You
won't cheat or achieve.
You want to cheat. We don't condone cheating.
Not at all.
It's on the same level of vision.
Not at all.
But anyway, we were saying
just go get a second wife.
Just go get a second wife. I mean, women, they can complement your life.
Yeah.
100%.
I don't know that. So sometimes I feel like it's right now with where I am. I feel like I dug myself like a little hole. Like you know, I'm kind of bitter a little bit towards like relationships a little bit. So it's a little harder for me to just like be in them and be comfortable. I feel like one day I feel like good, like a little lovey-dovey, a little bit, you know what I mean? And then the next day I'm cold. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what that's a product of. I don't know if it's because like they don't fit exactly where I'm trying to go. I don't know if that's like a mental thing. I have no clue, but that's like where I am now. Like I'm 24 years old, so it's like I feel like it's a good age for me to be in a relationship, but it's kind of crazy. I feel like it's reversed for me. Like it's not a good age for me to be in a relationship.
With you feeling that way though, do you feel like you've reached like your full potential?
Hell no. Like bro,
we're still ascending.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a prime yet.
Do you know what you want?
hell yeah, I know what I want.
So I think it's more so if you find that person who could complement what you want and you guys are on the same page, then it's... See, like, I know what I want. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know what you want.
Yeah,
he knows what he wants.
Yeah.
We're learning still, though.
I feel like if you could find a person that can complement that, what my man Drizzy say?
What? A couple things.
He said a couple things.
But he said he lives a certain kind of lifestyle. So if there was ever to be a woman that comes into his life, she has to fit that puzzle. Where he doesn't have to stop. There's no pit stops. There's no like second guessing. It just like complements your entire life, and you're zooming. And woman, the same exact way. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want a man to handicap your entire life for you to grow, be a housewife, have kids, and then you resent him and your entire life for the rest of your life.
Sometimes we do that. Sometimes we hinder both sides. It's both sides. Like, you know, when we're both young, it's like, you know, it's important to have experiences, all of them, without, you know, honestly, without like somebody else in your mind. Like, there's some things you want to do sometimes without consideration. You know? You don't even think about the repercussions. You don't think about the repercussions.
Nope.
And that's why I'm saying it's important right now that you can do what you want without those considerations.
But is that a natural thing though? Because you know how
doing what you want?
Nah, just being like, I have to do everything on a considerate basis to a person. Like,
and that goes
like taking someone's feelings.
But that question, bro, that's asking, bro. We have to be. We're inherently self-interested. So if we're considering a lot, we're not going to ascend because we're not doing things in our best interest.
Exactly. So it's like, is that for me? That goes into the expectations, the standards, the guidelines of being in a relationship. Like, I think I was in it for so long that I just came to terms with like, yo, I'm like deteriorating myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I always have to
you acknowledge.
I have to pick up the phone because if I don't pick up the phone, you're gonna get mad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm glad you're both here.
That comes with being in a relationship, though.
Which is good.
That comes with being in a relationship, man. Me personally, I never dated my entire life. You understand what I'm saying? I just didn't. Like, I just didn't. Like, it didn't. Here's my mentality, and this is how I grew up. You understand what I'm saying? The culture that I grew up in. If I was ever to be with someone, I've got to see a future with that person. Like, I'm not about to just date on and off 2-3 months. We break up, we come here. Nah, I'm not. Like, I got to see a future with you. Like, we can have, like, flings, like that's not really like dating for me. Understand? Like for me to be invested 110% and be like, yo, I see a future with this specific person. I gotta see that. You understand what I'm saying? For me,
there's a number of qualities that they have to have.
Yeah, it's
you know.
And the looks are all vanity, bro.
Similar qualities as a person, like character traits. You gotta have it. Yeah, that's true.
The looks are all vanity, bro. And I blame men for that. I blame men and I blame Instagram. We painted an image of how we want women to specifically look like. And women have cultivated that specific look.
Insecurity too.
Correct. They don't want to look the same. They don't want to dress the same. They don't want to act the same way, do the same things on the weekends. And I blame men for that, bro. I blame the society that we have created and that women have lived in. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, women can take advantage of this system that they're in right now.
100%. Yo, pussy is power.
Skyrocketed.
Crazy.
Pussy is power.
OnlyFans only skyrocketed because there's a lot of horny cats out here. Bro.
Pussy is power. I always tell all my boys, if I was a girl, what?
You would be really out here like that?
What?
That's wild man, dog.
What? If I was a girl, bro?
Nah, now you're talking crazy.
Yeah. No, in the sense of no, not like that, but like in the sense of this.
What?
Go back to like me saying like, yo, pussy is really power. You understand what I'm saying? Like, women can control a lot.
They can.
100%.
They do.
They can't control
They
me.
do.
No, not in
I'm
not in that.
I'm a leader out here.
No, but
You know?
it's important to realize that. You understand what I'm saying?
They do it very
But you guys
subtly,
do have a
very
lot of
subtly.
power, though. That is
100%.
that is a fact.
100%.
You guys can do a lot of things. You know, I
100%.
mean, I definitely commend that for sure.
I still want to be able to say what I want to say though,
Exactly.
That's that.
without you getting your feelings hurt.
You
You know, I'm not gonna come off as sexist or misogynistic or egocentric, narcissistic, all these things. You understand what I'm saying? That certain men might be categorized as. Like, I want to be able to like sit down in front of a woman and be like, yo, this is how I feel, this is how I think. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you think. Let's have constructive conversation.
Sometimes the logic isn't there when she's emotional.
Yeah, it's not, but that's
For
the point they're
everybody.
always. Yo, like, I'm not even trying to be sexist. All right, let me
No, it's not a. Yeah.
let me give you guys a current scenario. Right. Dang, going into my.
I don't want to talk about my personal.
We hear
But
that.
we here.
So so all right. Let's just say for an outsider's perspective, you have a girl you're really good friends with, right? Prior to there being a relationship and going into anything romantic, you have a great relationship, okay? Right. So now, let's say you were in a relationship and you still had this friend. You get out of that relationship and now this girl kind of expects from you that you're gonna be with her. And how she got that perspective, you're not really sure, but you know how that goes. You know what I mean? Attention, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you tell the girl, I'm not really ready yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kinda, like, you're my best friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you should understand where I'm at. I got out of something not too long ago. I gotta get my mind right. You know, we talk about this on the daily. And my thing is, can you have a relationship with a girl and tell them, like, you just want it to be free flowing? Like, I feel like when you add a title to it,
100%.
anything, it lays the law. It lays the law. Like, once you have said, this is what I'm your partner, I am your lover, I am this, I am that, you have laid the law for that relationship.
Once you give it some labels, once you give anything any type of label, there's expectations that come with the label.
Exactly.
And the more you complicate it, the more complex the label is. It's just like, okay, I gotta live by these defined, limitations that don't exist.
Don't
But we're
exist.
creating them in our heads because this label.
Thank you.
But don't you think most women want to feel secure though?
Of course.
But
But that could be
if you-
established without anything.
Exactly, bro. And that's the thing. It's like, yo, then it goes back to the trusted.
Like that. Right. That's
You're
all
my
it
best
is.
friend, but you've never trusted me then.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you're my best friend, all right, it's
What do
like,
you mean by never trusting?
because, all right, this is my thing. If I'm that close to somebody, I trust them. You know what I'm saying? Like, their word
With like your
is
inner
bond.
secret, everything. You tell them
100%.
everything. I got you.
Right, is bond.
Very few trust, like real trust, the one we're talking about right now.
Exactly, like
Otherwise,
real trust. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't need to be out here dogging a whole bunch of women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To be here with you, talking to you.
We
Yeah.
don't condone that.
Well, yeah, we don't condone that.
If
Like,
we have
real
to-
talk.
I try to not talk political just because we
No.
our audience is not.
Yo, listen.
We
I
can
think
talk
in
crazy.
an age of political correctness and cancel culture, like, I'm not with the cancel culture. You understand what I'm saying? I'm
Talk
like
that shit.
like the whole political correctness thing. Like, I understand it, but people need to be able to express their views, and that's how you start
As
to
authentic as
change people's views. You understand what I'm saying? If you completely shun out a person for thinking a certain way, they're not gonna change. They're not, because they see how they're treated for thinking in a certain way. You understand what I'm saying? And the whole cancel culture. We are all human beings. We all make mistakes. Rather than completely canceling a person out of society,
Try to understand.
you sit them down, you talk to them, you try to get them to understand what is going on around them, and hopefully with that conversation, you can change their perspective on something, bro.
100%.
But
You
sometimes
understand what I'm saying?
people
We're
don't get
too
that, Sean.
quick. We're too
Sean,
quick
sometimes
for that,
people don't
bro.
understand, bro.
Women especially, man. Women are too quick to cancel people out. Women are too quick with the political correctness.
But I wouldn't generalize. I wouldn't generalize all women. I would, you know what I mean?
Okay, so here's the thing. So if I was raised a certain way,
Yeah.
and I come off as misogynistic, I never had someone tell me otherwise. And I have a platform. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have a platform. I'm a celebrity. I'm an athlete. I do something where it denigrates a woman. Right? How would I be canceled? In today's day and age?
Yeah.
100% canceled.
Yeah.
But no one stopped, pulled over you here to the side and said, you here. Your mentality is completely wrong.
But you can't really even say somebody's mentality is wrong. That's perspective. But I understand that. I understand what you're saying.
No,
I
from
think
an
it's BS, but I'm saying I think it's BS. I'm on your side.
From an aspect of, like, I'm just giving that specific example. You understand what I'm saying? As far as, like, denigrating women. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you grew up in an abusive relationship where you saw your father abuse your mother or whatever the hell it is, then that's your experience. So that's how you approach certain situations. Unfortunately, you know, the world it's a very cold world, and there's a lot of things that go on in the world that, you know, for a better sense of it, that are fucked up.
Yeah.
That are fucked up, bro. Like famine, war, rape. It's just like there's a lot of things that go on in today's day and age that have built this kind of society.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? And I think before you judge someone, you got to understand where they came from, how they were raised, and all of these things. For you to then say, okay, now I understand why he or she thinks that way. I get it now. I get why he's like this. I get why Q is a little bit more standoffish with relationships. The man's been through 3-4 relationships. It hasn't really worked out. He's got a different perspective.
He's learning what he doesn't want.
I understand why Wesley. You understand what I'm saying? But it's all about like accountability, and we got to get out of this whole, oh, he's wrong, she's wrong, shun somebody.
Like, let's try to understand each other, bro. And that's the annoying part about it, is because, like, you know, even with speaking to, it's like everybody just wants to be right. Like, I'll try to explain this whole thing that I feel in my heart with a lady, whatever it is, and they won't understand. Then it turns into like being right. And it's like, yo, I'm not trying to be right. I want you to understand me.
Exactly.
I'm not trying to be right about nothing. Like, like it's like, bro, it's like, and then I'll start getting irritated because now it's like, you'll go back and
They keep circling it back. They keep circling it back to themselves.
Yeah, and it's like,
not about you.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Just understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah, it's like my thing is, it's like I'll say something. If we have a conversation, I'm gonna listen to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have to.
If we have the same conversation, like consistently after that, and you keep asking me the same thing, and I keep responding with the same thing, I'm gonna notice you're not listening.
100%, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's like now
100%.
you just want to hear what you want to hear, and you want to take what you want to take out of the situation,
Exactly.
and that's why people can never come to a place of, okay, I understand what you're saying about the relationship aspect. I understand where you are as a person, and like, you know what? Since we are beings and friends first, I accept that, and so we can coexist. Without being a burden on each other and wanting and creating obligation and standard, because that blows up the whole thing. I've actually become pretty aggravated over that, because I realize that I'm starting to think that every relationship is like very codependent. Like it's very like, I need something from you.
I feel like, bro, there are a lot of those, and then
are those the constructs of a relationship though?
Like Jada and Will. Like people say crazy shit about Jada. Honestly, I felt some type of way about it too. I kind of get it though, a little bit.
Bro. When you live with somebody, you're with somebody for a long time. There is some. The goal, obviously,
even for you as a man,
always be.
Even for you as a man, you start to expect something out of your wife. You start to expect something out of your like a husband or a girlfriend.
It'll be a month though. It's like, what do you want from me?
Is that them though, or is that the society?
Bro, a lot of things are environmentally influenced. Yeah. A lot, all of it. I would even say that. You know, for most things.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? If it's like, I just want to. If I'm at the point now where it's like I know a lot of people, so it's like, if I talk to you every day for long periods of time, that should say something.
Put a
it's like,
stamp on the fact that how important you are.
Right. It's like, why do I have to tell you? Like,
I don't need to post a picture.
If I don't kiss you enough now, it's a problem. Yeah. It's like, what? That's an expectation.
Then
these expectations, bro.
As soon as you stop doing it, you don't love me.
That's why surprise is really important, bro. Like, you can't have like predictable patterns. You'll expect that. Yo, it's important to be like not always.
Flaneur. West.
Flaneur is a word that this author Nicholas Nassim Taleb kind of uses, and he describes himself as flaneur because he's able to flounder and move without any type of money or time constraint, and that's really important because being location independent and
everything
time independent, and achieving autonomy has been like a goal of mine for the last 3-4 years. I think psychedelics has an effect, and the reason why I did that or got interested in it was because freshman year I was at West Virginia University, I just knew I just wanted to make money, but I didn't know what it was. Wolf of Wall Street was in my head. That was phenomenal.
Good movie.
And I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Good movie.
But
Margot Robbie.
yeah. But
Beautiful.
I did. My buddy said, let's do acid. We were in the mountains, down in Shaker, and we did acid, and that was probably the most introspective, outer body experience, the most powerful experience of my life.
And that's when you think it changed.
100,000%.
Oh, he was
That
different.
was the most impactful experience of my life.
Nah, he was different. He just
But so I left West Virginia, came to Brew with the intention to start a business. It wasn't to be it wasn't to go to school in the city. School, like we said, is a content. It's a limitation to me. But we had parents that have that mind of graduate school, and then you gotta get a job. You know that can, you know. But that we don't really want to be with any type of convention that way, and it's not. It doesn't, because being with that convention doesn't lead to the abundance that I'm looking for.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
That I'm going to get. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's the acid changed a lot of things.
Yo, I hear that.
Then I started reading.
Do you think? I say this all the time. People confuse. I'm not even asking the question. I already know this. I know you guys are going to say. People confuse education with knowledge.
Oh my God.
You see what I'm saying?
Education.
Yeah, 100%.
People confuse the education system with gaining some kind of knowledge. You know, back in times, I'm talking about 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago. People used to travel near and far. There used to be epicenters in the world where you go to gain and seek knowledge. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's part of stepping out of your bubble. You understand what I'm saying? People would go to different countries, different parts of the world to seek knowledge. Because why? My knowledge in this given area is different than someone else's knowledge in that given area.
Ooh,
And
yeah, there's
people like to confuse that with the education system. I'm gonna get a degree, right? But more likely than not, that degree is not gonna further me, right?
No.
I gotta gain knowledge. Q, where you from?
Originally?
Where you? No, when I ask you that, when I ask you that, most people answer, I'm from Long Island, I'm from Dix Hills, I'm from Queens. No, like, where are you actually from? Where are your ancestors from?
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I know my grandfather is Afro-Arab. My dad's family are Bedouin Arabs, so they're tribal people. They lived in the mountains. I've studied this. I've delved into this. You understand what I'm saying? I have a knack for Spanish culture. Why? The Arabs occupied Spain, Al-Andalus, for about 1,000 years. You understand what I'm saying? I'm big into history because history repeats itself, and that's where the given knowledge is attained. You understand what I'm saying? People like, and there is a relatively low level of knowledge. People don't seek knowledge no more. And that's why we have such a high level of ignorance.
But everybody
you understand what I'm saying?
I literally just said in my last podcast, intelligence is a trend now too.
It is
making everything a trend. Being woke,
and the being woke. You see, the people that gotta talk about it are never it. If you have to describe yourself as something, you're not it. You're trying to be it. You're trying to woke people.
Right.
I can't even describe myself as something. Like, I'll throw at you like a million words.
Let them.
I don't know how to describe myself, bro. You
responsibility.
understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't see myself in that kind of sense where I'm like, yo, I'm this person. I like this. What's your hobby? I used to hate that question growing up. What's your hobby? I got 1,000,001 hobby. I like to do different things. It's always changing. My hobby now is not what it was 4 years ago. Wes, Q and Wes, you remember what I used to do back when I was 18, 19 years old? Like, my idea of fun, like being up in a club. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Like, yo, I don't like doing that no more, bro. I don't enjoy it, and I see how many friends have fallen out of my life because I'm not that outgoing anymore. I don't like to go to the club no more on a Saturday.
Sad, bro.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to pop a tab and everybody's chilling, drinking off me. I don't want to do that stuff no more. We were at dinner last night. I'd rather have a nice dinner with me and a couple friends, and let's sit down, let's talk about life. Like, yo, what you how's everything? What do you think about what's going on in today's? You understand what I'm saying?
I feel like there's people I think who do that. But some people we go out to dinner with and chill with and talk to because they're worth talking to and learning from, and we're gonna have a constructive conversation. Versus there's others where you're just like, let's just have fun with. You have people that you have fun with, or you have people you do business with, there are people you travel with, there's people
you're able to identify who falls into these specific categories.
It's very important to have your groups.
Exactly.
Certain people you can't mix.
Float around. No. Float around.
Certain people you can't mix either because certain people don't know how to act.
Yeah.
and you just can't bring them to places,
Right.
just because you don't know how they're gonna be.
Correct.
And then make your ass
Correct.
crazy.
You gotta be able
They
to.
make your ass crazy, and that's
And it's part of blending in your environment. You see what I'm
100%.
saying? Like, I know I could bring Wesley or Quentin into any kind of environment, regardless of what kind of people are there. I just know they'll be able to act a part. And it comes with the fact that, yo, like, Q was probably one of the most popular kids in high school, but he was like, when did you come from? Probably like 9th grade, sports management class. I've known Wesley since like 7th grade.
Mr. Capiello.
Yeah, I remember that class, bro. But like, yo, Q was always cool with everybody.
Yeah,
That shit quickly
Everybody
changed,
knew Q, and
that was
Q
different,
was
bro.
cool with
I went
everybody.
through middle high school.
Q floated around. He didn't have a specific like group.
So deep.
You understand what I'm saying, bro? Wesley too. I can say that me to a certain extent too. You understand what I'm saying?
We
But
learned a lot, bro. That was
yo,
but that was, you know what it was? It was a bubble, bro. Like Long Island, like half Hollow
super,
Hills.
So was university.
super,
Yeah, I feel that.
super, bro. Get out of that bubble that you're living in.
You gotta get uncomfortable.
Experience
ASAP.
life.
ASAP.
Life is not Long Island, Montauk in the city, and sometimes when you go to visit your grandparents down in Fort Lauderdale. You understand what I'm saying? Visit different things, learn different cultures, see how people actually live, because it's not just you. There's 7.1 billion people on this earth,
And that's why everything's so ignorant.
and we all live a certain way. And if you can understand how I live, how Quentin lives, how Wesley lives, you'll understand a different perspective. And the next time you come around something that's remotely different from what you believe in or how you live, you'll be a little bit more understanding of
Not
it.
judgment.
Exactly.
And non-judgmental.
Exactly.
And that just happens with becoming just a little bit more worldly. That's what traveling does.
Yeah, yo, traveling is important.
Traveling, because it helps you relate with people in every type of position.
Yeah.
And then you come
Poor,
back with that
rich,
knowledge, and you're like, cool, I
yeah.
understand you. So when you go back to your point about trying to understand people, they need to just be exposed to more people and let their ego drop and realize that they're just humans and just have that bond. And then it's cool, and then people will be cool.
Preconceived notions play like a huge component of that. Dude.
Yeah.
Like, yo, people
yeah.
have so many preconceived notions now, and this is why I say, like, even social media, not everyone needs a voice right now, dude. Like, you have very ignorant people with a voice who are
Social
influencing other
social
people,
media.
ignorant people, and that's becoming the norm.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, like, it's nuts. But that even goes into the whole topic of what's going on right now with police.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Bro, understandably, like, as a black man, I know what's going on. I've been
We've known
bitter
what's
about this
going on.
situation.
This
We've
is not
known.
new.
It's not new. Like, why should I be more bitter right now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
There's
not
a lot
gonna
of
be more
different
bitter.
views, right?
What's the solution?
What's the solution?
What's the
Solutions.
solution? You know what I'm saying?
Solutions.
I'm not gonna be pissed about
I think it's solutions a lot. It's black excellence, to be honest.
Yeah.
I
Yo,
think it's like a conglomerate of black excellence.
right.
let me tell you something about black excellence as someone who's outside looking in. So for me, black is synonymous with, to me, just because I've seen a lot of great just things with blackness, is just like culture, it's knowledge, it's social reform, it's all these things. Like, I grew up, like, I idolized Malcolm X, I idolized Muhammad Ali, I idolized Nasir Jones. You understand what I'm saying? Like, certain rappers that you sit down and you listen to their music and they're telling you a story in their music. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what I thought black was synonymous with. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of my coworkers, my best managers, like, that taught me so much about life. OGs who've been through so much. You understand what I'm saying? Who sat down and, like, taught me about things were black. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, I have to be able to, like, sit down in front of someone like you, someone would be like, yo, like, what do you think? What do you have to share? How can I be better? How can we collectively as a group be better?
That's what I'm saying,
It's
though.
important.
Like, can we? All right, this is my thing with my people. Can we look at ourselves first and change what we could control and we could change? Because this is what I've learned. Like, to go outside of yourself and complain about something, but this is my thing, right? Like, I believe in duality, right? So everything, like, there's a cause and effect for everything. So, like, we can't sit here and act like there's not a cause and effect to every single situation. And I feel like we can never progress if we don't put ourselves in a position to understand we can control a lot of our situations and our circumstances ourselves if we really want to.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it
takes bigger than the individual. You know, it's a systemic thing.
100%.
Yeah,
I agree.
So
systemic
you got to
thing,
change
bro.
people's minds, bro, and it's difficult because I was on subway going uptown when I was living in the dorm. 2015. taking the 6 train. You know what I mean?
I hate that train.
And
I can't even move.
And I'm going uptown, and there's a couple of black kids, my like brothers, hanging in the back, about 5, 6 years old, and then a couple like 9, 10, blasting music. You know what I mean? It's a group, and I'm just like we can't be doing that. Like we're the generation. So I go over there and talk to them. I'm like, yo, I need you guys to read this book. And I just try to talk to them on a very present level. I'm like, yo, because we're the future, and if we don't act right or act in accord, they want us to fail. So we need to know that first, and then we need to come together and realize it's time to build against that.
Do your homework.
Yeah,
but
the homework part, you gotta be
think
exposed to the homework, the right homework.
I think
Right.
black
High
people
school
are
didn't
set
teach
as. I think.
Listen,
Hell no. History,
Homework.
history is not taught in the right. History is very grim, bro.
There's
a lot of dark
history,
parts
like
of
the
history.
media is controlled by a few people who want people to take in specific, like general information, but leave out things that are the most crucial. Like you're saying, black has been infused in the culture of.
There is no black without America, by the
You know
way.
what I mean? Of America.
There is no black without America.
Very understated, but it's used. You see,
I'm sorry, there is no America without black.
and you see it. You see like, you have Kim Kardashian wearing locks. You know, people wearing locks, like white ladies or people that are not black wearing locks and making it a thing.
Kim Kardashian made that mainstream.
And that's the thing.
Q
She also
always
made
talks.
interracial relationships.
Q always talks about that. Everybody trying to out here be a Kim Kardashian back then with black.
Instagram is
That's
really
a fact.
fostering.
They don't
that
understand
type of-
nothing about black men. They don't understand nothing about no plight.
And she has a different level of blackness. She just Kanye West.
It
But
is
yo,
funny.
Which
certain-
is wild because I don't know
Yeah.
how. Listen,
Man's a savage, man.
He
He's on
is
his
a
own
savage.
individual.
She must bring something to the
Fuck
table.
yeah.
You know, we don't have to see it. He
yeah,
has to
and
see
that's
it.
what I'm saying.
We
like,
don't have to see it. He
I
has
know
to see
there's
it. That's
something
it.
going on
That's it.
that
Yo,
like
he's on his
that's
own
it.
shit, bro, and I love
We
it.
don't have to
I
see
love
it.
him.
You know,
Yeah.
always did, bro. Like always
Yeah.
did.
I've always understood.
Right.
I've
That he's
always
his own
understood
person.
accountability, bro.
Yeah, accountability.
Why can't we need more?
We do need.
We
more.
need more.
Yeah, we do, bro.
But let me ask you. Let me ask you guys a question.
We do need more.
I think because I can relate. This is okay. So me growing up Muslim in America, you understand what I'm saying? I open up the news. Everybody who's Muslim is a terrorist. Everybody who's Muslim is synonymous with killers,
If you
with
wear a
rapists. If you wear a hijab, you have no rights. You understand what I'm saying? So tell me if you can relate to this as someone who's black. I have to be that much better
Oh yeah.
because people already perceive me in such a low term that I have to be so much better to root out all of your views on it.
Exactly. It's exhausting, but
It's so hard, bro.
exhausting, but
It's so
we're
hard,
fighting
man.
against
Do we relate?
other people that look like us who are still carrying the stereotype.
So we got
see what I'm
we have
saying?
two things because
But we
that
didn't
was
create the
built.
stereotype,
That was,
though.
we didn't create it. So like
We did not create the
We didn't
stereotype.
create it, but
So did we relate? 100%. No, because what? There's cats that were hung recently. Like that was on the news.
yo, what is going on?
But so just like that.
That's
Like
not- that
this
can't be
has been a
forced.
thing. Like as you're saying, have like black people been like or felt like not. It didn't feel like a human for a while. 100%. So then because it's slavery mentality, and that transitions to corporate slave mentalities because then it changes to this. Okay, we won't hang them and stone them, but we'll do this. We'll give them a salary. And because this dollar is coming in on a consistent pace, this is how we keep them at that comfortable level. It's a corporate slave mentality.
Yes,
I don't think it's just corporations. It's the
It's not
justice,
just corporate.
the
It's
justice
but
system
it's
too.
built into it.
Oh yeah,
fact.
I mean that's
The
100%.
justice system, being in jail, is modern day slavery. Modern and what is it? 60% of the jail population in America is black or minority.
Something. I think it's like actually, I think it's 70 actually.
And we got black men or black people in jail for petty drug crimes, and I got corporatists, millionaires, billionaires.
making money. I mean, in
Hold
some
on, not even that. Serving probation for
Uh-huh.
committing wire fraud, defrauding millions of people. You understand what I'm saying?
The difference.
I don't
right?
agree with the justice system. So like, I think
Bro.
I think we got to look at it from a wide range. You understand what I'm saying? I know you don't want to succumb to this kind of
Nah,
mentality.
Justice system
Yo,
subsidizes
no,
the
G shit. Like, I'm not saying that's not wrong. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't care what they do right now. Like, do you see that? Like,
To be honest,
like, I don't care. Like, yo, let's control what we can control. I can't change that man over there right now.
right. And I want to be in a better position of influence to really do something.
do some kind of
change.
That's what I'm building, and
Hope.
that's why my speech is limbo.
Right.
Yeah.
2020, we're 24. Like, so let me tell you something. Like,
I got something
I
to
can't
say.
change a boomer is a boomer. Like, this is history. This has been history. What can I do? Look at my people, bro, and be like, yo, we can do this.
100%.
That's what I'm talking about. And like, I feel like people are like, but they did this. They did, bro. I don't care about that right now. Like, bro, I used to be so bitter, like on some shit, like, man, white people this, man, white people that. Like, no. No, I'm gonna control what I can control. I'm gonna be strong, and I'm gonna do what I can.
Yeah.
Let somebody
You know what I'm
say
saying?
something to me.
Right, until it changes. Because I'm gonna be real. Once boom, like, it's gonna sound really effed up. But
Once boomers go,
are gone, I guarantee you things are gonna be a little easier. A little bit, bro.
Yo, it's about to be a huge. There is already a huge technological shift right now.
Yo, so it was a good talk. I'm glad I had my childhood friends come through just to, you know, chop it up and kind of catch up on everything. This was a conversation about life. I hope you guys took something out of this, but I'm really proud of both you guys, man.
appreciate you.
And,
Proud of you, bro.
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
This is important, bro. It's
Thank
important
you.
for us to keep innovating, doing our own things,
Facts.
and building and support everything like that.
Facts. And I know you guys are busy dudes, so thank you for taking the time out to come through today.
My
and
man.
shit. So,
Appreciate you, bro.
my boys,
My man.
take it easy. Catch you guys next time. Peace.
Next time, you're gonna have 1 million followers next
Yo,
time.
Wes, I look good though.